I went from getting mad at girls for not wanting me to now getting DMs from them saying things like, "You really are photogenic. Holy shit. Your Insta, are you kidding?" Foaming. So, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get DMs like this from women that you want, all from just the pictures on your Instagram. Let's jump right in. So, first up, get inspiration. Now, this can be as simple as going on Pinterest and typing hot guy in cool outfit, or amazing Instagram photo, or something like that. Pinterest has a good way of being able to get you aesthetic pictures as inspiration. All you have to do, just start making a board, call it Instagram inspiration, right? Go through a bunch of photos that you like, whatever it is, whether you like the outfit, whether you like the location, whatever. The style of photo, it can be anything. You want to get a vibe for how you want to style yourself, how you want to project yourself into your Instagram page, right? So, there's no right way to do it, but there are some other ways that you could go about it. You can also go on Instagram and look for other guys that have crazy good-looking pictures that you would want to emulate, right? There are a few creators that I could speak of, but in this video, we're going to leave it to just inspiration that you can get right now without having to look at anybody else. So, let me give you a couple examples from people that I like. So, this first one, we have a G-Wagon outside a snowy cottage mansion, right? With a couple girls. Now, I assume, I don't remember, the guy in the photo, the guy's Instagram that we were looking at, he is the furthest guy to the left in the suit, right? So everybody is looking at him. He's, got a little smile going. It's like he just told a funny little joke, right? That is the vibe that, like, this picture, got a bunch of people looking at him, girls, hot girls. He's, dressing himself up, beautiful location. You got a little bit of, the money aspect in there. This is a great photo for those reasons. Now, the composition, it's not perfect. It doesn't need to be, because this is a candid photo. This is in the moment, everybody's looking at him. It was made to be like, oh, this is just my life, right? Now, of course, these guys posed for this photo, right? Right? Social media is fake, and I hope you realize that. It's okay. It's okay to have a fake photo. That's not a big deal, because everybody does it. And don't think of social media as your life. It is the highlight of your life shown in the best way humanly possible. Okay, so this photo is not fake at all. Don't think of it like that, because it's really not. Next one. I guess we're going on the theme with G-Wagons here. This is a nice photo. I believe this is somewhere in Dubai. Really, I just like this photo for the lighting. I think that bridge wave, I don't know where it's at, but it's cool. I want a picture just like that. Now, this guy is parked kind of sideways, getting out of his car. It's like an action scene. That is the type of style that you want for your pictures. It's like somebody just happened to be there and took your photo, and it's like, wow, that could be out of an action movie, that could be out of a romance movie. You want it to look cinematic, right? That's the vibe that we're going for. You want it to be cool and light. And the thing that is hard with this, right, is I'm telling you this. This guy has access to a G-Wagon in Dubai. Now, you might not be that type of guy. I'm not that type of guy. Yes, right? We'll get there one day, fellas. But right now, how would you get a photo like this? Now, it could be you have a rich friend, Not all of us have rich friends. It could be that you rent a G-Wagon for a day. That's possible. Get a cool photo like this after renting a G-Wagon for a day. Totally possible. We'll get to some other photos here in just a second that you don't need any richness for. Some of the photos that I have gotten the most attention for from women, from business people, from just my friends and family saying, "Whoa, that's a cool fucking photo." Those cost me nothing. Literally nothing. Now, some of them I did take with a nice camera. Some of them I took with my phone. This phone right here, it's a Apple 15 Pro, iPhone 15 Pro. You don't need anything nice, you guys. That is the one thing that a lot of people will try to sell you on. It's like, oh, you need to have the nicest camera and blah, 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 blah. No, you don't. No, you do not need the nicest camera. Phones these days are good enough. Now, they're not the best. Of course, the camera I'm shooting from is like $4,000. That is not what you need. I do that because I'm a professional photographer, videographer. You gentlemen can learn from me saying, you don't need that. You do not need what is going on here. This is what you need. Okay? And it's way simpler that way most of the time anyway. If I'm being honest, lugging this thing around all the time can be a lot. So, let's move on to the next picture. This one, this gentleman standing with all of these girls right here. The reason I would say this is a good photo, not for everybody. If you are a business professional, maybe you don't have a picture like this. If you work for the military, if you work for the government, you are not going to be allowed to have pictures like this. The thing is, with a photo such as this one, notice all of the girls leaning in towards him. Now, he doesn't even look like he's touching the girls. If you are taking a photo like this, I would recommend not. Put your hands to the sides, put your hands in front of you, fold them, and have the girls lean into you. Say when you're saying, come here to a group of women, let's say, just say, lean in. Hey, girls, lean in, lean in, lean in, lean in. Even further, come on, we gotta scrunch in real quick. Don't, I don't know, make a joke on the fly. You're gonna scrunch the edges of the photo, come on. Then they're smiling a little bit. You get a photo just like that. Of course it's posed. We already went over this. So another thing is all of these girls are pretty, I haven't zoomed into their faces, but he could do worse, right? You want every girl in a photo you take like this to be quite attractive. You don't want fatties. You don't want the uglies. If you're going to post this on your Instagram, you want to be associated with the hot ones, okay? Even better is when these girls are tagged and they've liked the photo. So let you guys follow each other. You know each other. These are your friends. You like each other's photos, and she has commented on this image of you. Chef's kiss. That is what you need, because that signals high abundance, that signals high value on your part, because this girl is actually, people assume things, right? She could just be your friend. In fact, that's what we want. We want a lot of female friends in our orbit to make pictures like this. Moving on. This is a sick photo. Basically the same thing. I think it's super cinematic. It looks like a Bond film. I want a picture like that so bad. I think it's really cool. Next one. This is an example of when you're traveling, okay? You don't need any money to get this shot besides to get there, right? This is a sick photo. And this guy is wearing a t-shirt and jeans. Right? You don't need anything crazy, truly. And, he looks great. His hair is done, his beard is done, He's got a little necklace on. I would probably do a slightly different pose than just standing there. Maybe walking towards the city, the town, whatever. Or I don't know. Something off my head is not coming up, but I would probably change the pose just a little bit. He looks fine anyway. I think this is a sick shot. People, it's kind of a niche place, but a lot of people know where this is. And if you don't know where it is, you're like, oh, that's got to be a fake place. What? There's no way that's real. Moving on. Here are some photos of me. Now, what I've heard before I show you guys, is, Tane, I don't have money to do all these G-Wagon shots. Tane, I don't have money to pose with a car or get access to a nice mansion. These next two photos, the ones that have gotten me the most attention, I am shirtless, okay, but you don't need to be. Put a shirt on. It's still a great photo. Side note, if you are going to be shirtless, it is good to be shirtless in a place where it makes sense to be shirtless, right? So, this place is by a pool. Now, I'm going to show you this, and I want you to think, did this cost any money? Okay? There you go. Look at that photo. Great photo. I look good. Background is beautiful. You know, the skies, it's sunrise coming up. Got some foreground in there. Now, I knew this was going to be a great photo the second I took it, right? But it needed some work to make it more cinematic, okay? You do need to edit your photos, and we will get to that. What you want is a nice place with a nice pose that makes sense what you're doing in the photo, okay? We can talk about posing again in a second, but ask yourself, did it cost any money to get this photo? Now I've got access to this pool, right? This is on a trip where me and my buddy stayed. $35 a night. Okay? Beautiful location. It cost $0 to take this photo, right? It's just me with my phone. You don't need the money, you guys. When you're getting started, you don't need the money. You don't even need the physique, right? My abs are popping, I'm looking great, it's fine. I recommend getting the physique, and if you want that as well, first link in the description. I'll teach you everything I know. Taking photos, getting jacked, the whole gambit. Next photo. Now this one, the epitome of this did not cost any money, right? I am walking on a bridge. Guys, I was on this was a waterfall trip, right? With me and my buddy. I knew that this was going to be a sick photo. I put him up on the ledge and say, get a bunch of photos of me, just take one every second. And then I walked back and forth on the bridge. I got up on the railing. I did some different poses. I jogged, I ran. I got maybe 200 photos out of this. This was the one that I liked. You know, I posted 2 on my Instagram. Go check out Quintane on Instagram. You can see all my photos. This cost me $0, okay? So I don't want to hear the excuse, and girls like this photo more than all of my others. I don't even think I look good in this photo, okay? Other people, you're never going to know which photos people like. I thought the last one was going to be my most popular. This one is my most popular. I don't know why. I don't think I look as good. I don't. Who knows? The point is, get yourself in a location that you know is going to look good. And how you do that is by scouting it out first, finding things on Pinterest, finding inspiration. Another thing you can do is literally look up most Instagrammable spots in blank, whatever your city is, in Dallas, Texas. wherever your city is, there's always somewhere you can go. And most cities have an article or 2 or 10 nowadays that have the most Instagrammable spots. If it doesn't, and you're in some small town, gentlemen, you have to have an eye for these things, and it's hard to teach having an eye for, oh wow, we passed by this building randomly on a Saturday afternoon. Let's go take a picture there because it has a cool structure, or the coloring is really cool, or it's got a nice background, whatever it might be. It's hard to get that experience. What I will say is the more you do this, the easier it becomes. And it doesn't have to be a lot. The first 3 photo shoots that I did were the most learning experiences that I have ever had. I learned how to pose, I learned where to go, I learned the fits that look good, the fits that look bad. Maybe the first couple photo shoots that you do, say, here buddy, your friend, or put up on a tripod, take this photo of me for a couple minutes, just every second. That might not look good the first couple of times, and you'll be like, oh, Tane's advice is shit. This looks terrible. In reality, it does take a little practice. And if you want results that speak for themselves, if you want girls to be DMing you saying things like that, and you want to give your basically business card, your Instagram, to potential business partners, there's second to none on giving people your social card, right? Instagram is the best. That's why it's so popular. That's why it's so popular for guys and for girls. Okay, so moving on, we've got the inspiration, right? I've shown you plenty of examples. You can go get more yourself. How do we plan an actual shoot? So I just talked about getting places off of Google. Literally search most Instagrammable spots. That's great. You can scout places before you go do a photo shoot. Let's say it's close to you, 15 minutes away. Go take some photos yourself. Just go take photos of the place. Be like, oh, boom, 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 different angles. What do I think might look good? And then go back and work out an outfit. Say, oh, my color coordination with this place is going to be, oh, this building is tan, so I'm going to wear an all black and I'll pop from the background. Or this place looks really foresty, so I'm not going to wear green. I'm not going to blend in. That's stupid. Why don't I wear a white or a blue and solid color, right? In general, you want your photo shoot outfit to be solid colors, not designs. Then you're going to start like melding with the background a little bit. It looks a little awkward. And generally speaking, I say that solid colors look best on guys anyway. If you want that powerful, dreamy look. We're not girls. We don't have to go extravagant, right? T-shirt and jeans that one guy was wearing. Didn't he look good? So, next. You can easily use a tripod or bring a friend. Either way. You can buy a $15 tripod. I've got recommendations in my school community. Go ahead and check that out. If you bring a friend, in my experience, people don't know what the fuck they're doing, right? You have to guide them, say, stand right here, put me in the middle, or put me on the third of the image, right? Put me in the lower thirds corner. Maybe you have to explain that to them. Stay right here. Just take a photo every second. I will do the rest. And maybe you get great photos. Check those out with them after they take a couple. Say, oh, do it in slightly different way. Do it in this way instead. Maybe they still mess it up, right? Friends are kind of like that. Some people are really stupid when it comes to taking photos. So you kind of have to guide them a bit. The thing is, though, With friends, you can move them any which way, right? You can get them really close to the ground. You can get them saying, or like taking a video of you up in the air. Tripods are not so flexible most of the time, especially the cheaper ones. If you want to get something more expensive, it can be beneficial if you want to take photos just by yourself. However, with a friend, I would say on the go, when you don't know where you're going or exactly how the photo is going to turn out. Another thing is tripods can be a bit risque in public areas, right? So let's say you're at a government building, a Capitol building, somewhere monolithic or structural, and people get weird about tripods. They're like, oh, what are you doing taking photos here? Can't really have you doing that. You might have to delete them before you leave, or they'll be, kind of like security-wise, they'll be picky about it. A lot of the times that can be a big problem, having tripods. So I usually recommend having friends take your photos with you. And like I said, it can be difficult, right? You have to guide them and make sure they know exactly how you want the photo. Maybe even show them some inspiration and be like, hey, when we go out tonight on our boys' night out, I'm gonna get some photos. I can get some of you as well, but I want them looking like this Pinterest image. Show them, make sure they know exactly what you want. Now, the easiest way, once you get finished with your photo shoot, take Lightroom Mobile, the best the best photo editor that there is. And believe me, I've looked at a lot of photo editors, over 50 at this point. Lightroom Mobile is all you need. I have professional software that I use. You don't need it. That's for me, right? That's for the creative professional that does this for a living. The average person that doesn't want to spend time hiring an editor, that doesn't want to delve into all of the specifics of, this color grading technique, and if you separate your subject from the background, add a Gaussian blur, it can pop. That is all bullshit for the average person. You don't need it. Lightroom Mobile is all you need. It has so many AI features that it basically does it for you. You press auto color, auto remove background people, auto remove dust, and then drag your sliders for the sky to make it look better, for the water to make it look better, wherever you are. Lightroom Mobile is the best software for just 99% of editing. And the best part, if you have multiple photos and you're like, I don't know if this one looks better or this one looks better once it's edited, you can copy all of the settings that you did. Let's say you cut yourself out and made yourself brighter. The next photo that you paste that to will AI scan your body again and say, he wants the brightness pasted onto him again. Let's do that. Lightroom is amazing. It is unbelievable the amount of features that they put into it, and it's cheap. Come on, $10 a month, you guys. Here's a trick. Buy it on desktop, and then it's slightly more expensive. I think it's $12 as opposed to $10 on the App Store. Buy it on desktop, and you get the mobile version for free. Okay? If you use desktop at all, I prefer using the desktop version, and then you get the mobile version for free. So, there you go, you guys. That has been how to get that look. Thank you for watching. Some value propositions for you. Down in the description, you'll see the first link. That is my course, The Aesthetics Alliance. In there, I talk about all of this and more. Exactly how to get ripped, the nutrition you need, how to take photos, the gear you need, everything to make your Instagram poppin'. So, go down, first description, and I will see you there. Cheers, you guys.